Hey guys, Chef Wukan here. How are you today? I gotta start off by just letting you know that it's kind of ridiculous out there in terms of what they're charging for good food. Has anybody gone to takeout and find out paying an extraordinary amount of money and you're getting less value? It's kind of ridiculous, okay? And generally speaking, an average dish is like going for $18, all right? Today, I'm gonna show you how to make a very basic, easy meal, and it's called chicken with cashew nuts, okay? And I want you to know that I'm using olive oil, the preferred oil. Don't use any processed oil. I bought a package of boneless chicken thighs. It was about 3.5 pounds, okay? And that's cheaper than buying boneless breast. Breast is the preferred chicken part, and they charge a lot of money for it. So if you go for the chicken thighs, it's not going to be gamey. It's going to be delicious because when you add all the sauces together, it's be fine. So get the chicken thighs. It will be much cheaper. And I only use 3 boneless chicken thighs, right? I'm using olive oil, right? I blanched the chicken thighs. I cut it up in small morsels and I blanched it in hot water, all right, ahead of time. I include carrots, mushrooms, peppers, celery, right? So it gives you some color and some crunch and texture, along with a can of water chestnuts, diced. In the actual stir frying, I'm using fresh garlic, around 3 cloves fresh garlic that have been smashed. And the paste of resistance is fresh cashew nuts. The sauces that I'll be using will be a brown sauce. And a brown sauce consists of oyster sauce, thin soy sauce, dark soy sauce, a little sugar, and for those that are concerned about glycemic index, don't use regular sugar, don't use brown sugar. Try stevia monk fruit. It's a natural and it's good for you and has a low glycemic rating. And we'll throw in a dash of white pepper, okay? So just remember this, that your brown sauce is your base sauce, right? So when you develop the brown sauce, you could develop it ahead of time, stick it in the refrigerator, and then let's say you wanted a broccoli with garlic sauce. You take a little bit of the brown sauce, add a little bit more garlic in it, and you got your garlic sauce. If you wanted a sweet sauce, you take your brown sauce, add a little bit more sugar, right? And you got a nice sweet sauce. And if you want a spicy sauce, you take the brown sauce, add some sriracha to your liking, and you got a spicy sauce. So brown sauce is the key here, all right? Now my wok is high carbon steel, okay? High carbon steel will create a natural non-stick surface. You want a natural non-stick surface, okay? Today, they are advertising all the non-stick surface pans, fancy ones, you know, ceramic, this and that, with all this acrylic on it, whatever. It's a spray. And if you cook at high temperature with a non-stick skillet, some of that spray is going to wear off and you're going to ingest it. And that's bad for you, right? So I'm telling you exactly, it's better to cook at home. And I hope that you follow me, Chef Wukan, because you can too. It's really, really easy. So what I do, I spent the time prepping what vegetables I want to put in my chicken cashew nuts. I cut up the chicken to morsels and I blanched it. The sauces are the brown sauce, thin soy sauce, oyster sauce, Shaoxing wine, dark soy sauce. Then you add some water, and then you'll add some cornstarch to thicken it up. And that's your brown sauce. And we'll always add a dash of white pepper. You may ask about the virgin olive oil. It has a high flash point. Yes, it does. But when you cook it and in the stir frying doesn't take much time. So it doesn't give it enough time to heat up completely that it will cause smoking. All right? But it's good for you. All right? Either virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Those are the best. But if you see that they have processed olive oil, you don't want the processed on it. And they must label it processed. You want to stay away from it. I saw it at Walmart and it said processed olive oil. I stayed away from it. Okay? And here is the cornstarch. Cornstarch, a tablespoon of this with a little water creates a slurry. And that slurry will create the sauce and it will bind everything together. All right? The dark soy sauce is, don't take the word verbatim, it's not really a soy sauce. The dark soy sauce is more for the caramel coloring. Okay? It's very important. All right. The second question is, I go to the Asian market and it got rows and aisles and shelves and everything. Okay. So, for the oyster sauce and the dark soy sauce, go with Mr. Lee Gum Gay. Kumkee. All right? With the Shaoxing wine, go with the Shaoxing wine. It's produced in the province of Shaoxing. Thin soy sauce, I use Healthy Boy brand soy sauce. You got the Fat Boy on the label. The sugar, don't use sugar. Use Splenda monk fruit. This is located in the bakery aisle. Guarantee you, you'll love it. And you won't have to worry about sugar. All right? And cornstarch. Any kind of cornstarch. This is all go. And the olive oil, I'm using Redner's. Okay? And that's all you need. So, we're going to show you exactly how quick it is to make it, right? And you'll be able to eat a healthier dish, and you'll save a lot of money. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Chicken with cashew nuts, $18. And they're probably using breasts, so they're not giving it a lot of breasts of chicken. And they're probably skimping on a lot of ingredients. But here at home, you can add as many ingredients that you want. All right? So let's get going here, okay? Enough talking, all right? All right, so we're going to turn on the wok. We're going to add the olive oil, and we're going to use about maybe a little less than a quarter cup. And then we're going to add, when the olive oil gets hot, then we're going to add the garlic. Here's a quarter cup, a little less than a quarter cup. Now, I'm not going to make a sauce with this. The sauce can be very fattening. This is going to be a dry type chicken with cashew nuts. So we'll swirl it around a little bit. Remember, if you use a non-stick pan, because I know that a lot of people don't have a wok, just keep it at medium. I'm using the high carbon steel wok. I can go on high. All right. So it's heating up, and I'll add the garlic. Number one rule: never let the garlic burn. Always switch it around. You want that garlic flavor to infuse in the oil. Okay? Now, since we blanched the chicken, we don't have to do anything more to it. I mean, it's been blanched at 95%. All right? We're going to save that 5% undone because we got the vegetables and making the sauce. So we'll add all the ingredients. Right? The preparation will take the most time, but it's going to be worth it. So you're never going to know what it's going to look like, right? But you got a lot of color. You got orange, you got green, you got red, you got white. So that's a good thing. Because in Chinese cooking, how it looks, how it tastes, and how it's presented is very important. So we'll always stir fry. Okay? Always stir fry. But we don't want to stir fry it until it's all completely done. We want to do it so there's a little bit of a bite to each of the vegetables. Okay? By stir frying, you're making sure that every ingredient gets exposed to heat. Okay? That's very important. So I'll use about a half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon of cornstarch with some water. This will be my slurry sauce. Alright? So if you were here, you can smell it. And this is all natural ingredients. Simple, whatever is in your pantry. So it doesn't look much like anything right now, but after we're done with it, it will. So now, we'll throw in the water chestnuts. The water chestnuts in the can are already cooked, so we don't have to really worry about it. It's going to absorb a lot of the flavor. So you want to just keep on stir frying. You don't want to stir fry until it's well done. Right? Don't stir fry it until it's translucent, because then it's too late. You want to have a little bit bite to it, okay? Very important. Okay, so as we are cooking, right, and we were concerned with the carrots, because carrots are fresh, and it's a little bit more denser, so by cooking the carrots a little bit more, it will make it a little bit softer. And then we got the celery, leftover celery. Now remember, the restaurants are only in it to make money. So they'll substitute as much vegetables as possible and give you less chicken. Alright? That's what they need to do. That's how they make money. They're in the business to make money. Right? I'm cooking to make a nice healthy meal using very easy ingredients, which is important. So now I'll take the chicken and I'll add it. Alright, so we'll add it. So it doesn't seem like anything right now. Now that's 3 boneless chicken thighs, alright? So we want to stir fry it so all the flavors are mixing together. You got a little bit of mushroom, you got some celery, you got some scallions, right? You got carrots, you got peppers. So it's good. Now, let's add all the sauces. So we'll start with a little Shaoxing one. So we'll drizzle it, we'll put around 2 tablespoons in, okay? Then with the oyster sauce, we'll put about another 2 tablespoons in, okay? Then, with the thin soy sauce, we'll add about a teaspoon. Right? Then, with the dark soy sauce, we want to give it a little color. So let's start with a little bit teaspoon, right? We always can add it to make it a little darker. And now, we're going to add some Splenda stevia monk fruit. About a tablespoon, right? Now, Chef Wu's rules are this. Whenever you're cooking, if you're using a salty, you got to balance it with a sweet. Alright? When you do that, that's important. And if you have a spicy, you got to balance it with a sweet. Alright? And whether it's Chinese, whether it's European, Caribbean, or Latin food, once you have that balance between salty and sweet, spicy and sweet, anything that you make will taste delicious. Guaranteed. Alright? So, we're going to saute it. And we want to add a little bit more color. So we'll add a little bit, teaspoon again. Alright, so we got a lot of sauce here, right? So we want to bind all that sauce together. Alright? And that's where the slurry will be. So that 5% additional cooking time is already done because we mixed the vegetables with the sauces, and now the meat is 100% done, and it's not going to be overdone, right? So we want to bind up the sauce. See? The sauce is like this. So we'll add the slurry sauce. We'll saute it, and anytime you add slurry sauce, you got to cook it a little bit. So another 30 seconds, because if you add the slurry sauce and then you serve it, it's going to be pasty. You don't want that. Right? Now, you might want to add a little bit more. It depends if you want a little gravy, right? So with this dish, you want a little gravy, right? Because it's so delicious. So we're going to take a test. All right, we're going to take a little taste of the flavor. Delicious. All right, perfect. All right. So we got the color. All right. So now we'll add the cashews. You can add as much as you want. Right? Just saute it. Alright, so what you gotta do, saute it, and it's done. Alright? So, all this within maybe 5 minutes. So now, we have jasmine rice. There's no way you are getting jasmine rice at the restaurant. Jasmine rice is from Thailand, and it's very aromatic when it's cooked, okay? You're not getting that. I'm giving it to you. I've made jasmine rice. So I'll give you 2 scoops, right, of jasmine rice. Now, we'll add the chicken cashew nuts. There it is. Family of 4, right? With only 3 chicken thighs chopped up. And with any ingredients that you want. This will cost you $7. And you made yourself, you see what's being made. And we have to add a little bit of white powder. So I'll add a little bit of white powder to the dish, and I'll sprinkle a little bit on top here. The white powder is just as strong as black pepper. The white pepper is just as strong as black pepper, but it has a much milder bite to it, okay? Black pepper has strong, and it has a strong bite to it. So we rather go with the white pepper. Right? Well, here it is, right? On a bed of rice. For a family of 4, we have extra here. I would say no more than $7. And let's taste it, okay? This is the best part, right? So we'll taste a little bit of chicken, a little bit of water chestnut, a little bit of pepper. Delicious. All right. So, I don't know if you guys have known that I wrote a book. It's my first book. This is the You Can Do It Asian Cookbook by Chef Wu Ken. And in the book, it explains the why we do the things we do in Asian cooking. And it lists substitutes. It lists websites that you can order stuff on, and they can deliver. Right? So you don't have to go crazy trying to find all these ingredients. Most of the ingredients are in your local grocery store. And I have 25 simple recipes that are easy to make. And you'll know that whenever you make it, it's easy to read and it's delicious. Right? So you can find this on Amazon Books, either on the Chef Who Can or the You Can Do It Asian Cookbook. The way it's written is the same way I talk. All my recipes are mine. I'm not taking another recipe and then adding one or two ingredients or deleting one or two ingredients like most of them, right? And it's delicious, all right? So it gives you a variety of Vietnamese, Malaysian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean food, all right? So I've touched most of Asia, all right? So it's worth it. Get one for your family for the holidays, stock up. And then we have another website on my Etsy website, www.etsy.com/shop/creationsbywoo. So for the holidays, perfect timing. I have fudge, I have pecan turtles, I got biscotti, I got my famous gourmet peanut brittle. So check on it. You'll love it. I'll list it on the description in my YouTube. But what I'm trying to stress to you is that it's not that hard to make these items, all right? And you'll eat healthier, and your food will go further. And it's just obscene paying $18 for a dish. Now, the same dish that I just made, without the cashews, just add peanuts, hot peppers, and sriracha, and you have kung pao chicken, right? Then take out the peanuts, take out the hot peppers, add some Thai basil or regular basil, and you have chicken with basil. So you actually can make 3 dishes out of the base sauce with just chicken, all right? So $18, 3 ways, that's $54. And you can make it yourself for a fraction of that amount. So I'm just telling you, and I stick by it, Chef Who Can, you can too. It's not that hard. And in my Etsy account, I have a mug, and my mascot is my corgi. So Chef Who Can, and you basically say, and on that mug is saying, I can too. So look it up, check it out. You know, I'm a small entrepreneur. I teach at the colleges. They love it. As a matter of fact, a lot of my students, they appreciate eating more nutritious dishes, right? And one of the guys, his cholesterol level dropped 100 points. He told me that, right? But he also tied it in with yoga, exercise. So all these pills are bad for us, you know. They promise all these things, sure, but then they cause other problems for other things, and then you got to take another pill to take care of that. So I'm an advocate of eating natural, good food, okay? So think about it. I hope you enjoyed it, and watch me again. And I thank all my subscribers for supporting me. And I want you to come back, tell your friends about it. Chef Who Can, you can too on YouTube, okay? Thank you very much, and aloha from Maryland. Now, a lot of people have asked me, what about dessert? It's the last thing. All right, so I was in Chinatown over the weekend, and I want to introduce you to different kinds of fruits, right? You got pears, you got plums, this is a rambutan. It's indigenous in Southeast Asia. It's sort of like a lychee, but it's kind of hairy, all right? So all you basically do is use your thumb, break open the shell, and you have a white, it looks like lychee, right? And they pitted lychee. So all you basically do is there's a little pit inside here, and it's very sweet, and it's different. Might as well go different. Try things, all right? So stand by and watch my other new videos that come up, and please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and you'll be notified of my next video, okay? Chef Who Can, you can too. Believe me, you can too. All right? So thank you very much. Bye-bye.